Mina Isatu Sesay today the camera de Tarawali Drive concerning a press conference where the traditional healers them all because of a press conference where one of them na Sulaiman Kabba the whole way is say in the president for the traditional healer salon, but inside this press conference where the other traditional healers they also all said Sulaiman Kabba not to in the traditional healer again, not to in the president for the Sierra Leone traditional healer committee. As this now the committee where all the other traditional healers bodies then they under.
We welcome Made, traditional healer, leader, Idoka. So, it be late for cash small because of rain this morning, but Idoka now. Alhamdulillah. And we welcome Indigenous, Educated, Honorable Dr. Gaddafi, Idoka.
Dr. Ibrahim Janet.
I don't know. When you say somebody come away this morning, remember Kono for Kana Freetown, not to 1 hour driving. We honorable Dr. Chief Doctor, we will not be able to call in himself. And people there, if I call them, they will say, I will pay. Everybody understand prayer. Everybody not say. We determine traditional healer in this country, and we are ready to prepare for make peace in this country all over traditional healer in this country. Now that make you tired today. For them, we say, and the government of Sierra Leone, for them not say, we don't prepare, and we don't ready, and we are determined, and we don't do everything done for whole peace in this country forever and ever. Now, the purpose of the meeting, that is 1. 2, they all leader in this country. When the traditional leader did that, and they all come to one. They decide their mind and the determination within the member they all for say the traditional healer business in this country, then it comes to the light. Then it comes to darkness completely. Then we all come to one for making our world, peace, and develop Mamasaron, for let all the Sierra can happiness that one. But not ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever feel bad anymore. Let me make it all come to one. Because we'll be here, things that that's come here, we'll be happy to come here. When people that want to say, when people that want to say, oh, baby was born. Oh, baby put the hand. people in Naya, Sierra Leone Naya, everybody will cry for peace. Peace, one word, unity, and traditional healer. Over 23 years ago. Over 23 years ago. But how this peace for cat? How this unity for cat? How this one word for cat? How these people for cat together? We will not begin that knowledge at all. Now, Almighty Allah, that He bring knowledge to we. For them we get that knowledge there. For He will bring habits together. For men to speak one voice, forget one word, for do everything together. Now Allah bring that knowledge to me. I will not get the knowledge now. For the time when herbalist business can this country, the one day where they understand, the one day where they know how traditional healer business can this country, then they are moving here. Then they can talk small, they will not understand small. But at a peace word, the peace don't hold water in this country, traditional healer business, no problem again. All traditional healers, they look out to one. No one know they were left behind. They all get one voice right now. Traditional healer is not this country. Whether you come on Guinea, you come on Liberia, you come on Burkina, you come on Mali, you come on Senegal, you come on Israel, we all don't come to one and speak one voice. When they can't know for saying it's true, we get small arrangement. What would they do? This coming Wednesday, you build the 6th floor local government hall with the 16th proper head. That now will determination. Now that day you gonna say nobody not left behind. Now that day you gonna say nobody not left behind. We all don't come to one. We don't decide. For they one umbrella. For let we speak one voice. For let we know traditional here this country here. For let problem done completely. We can't one here today. That propose for this meeting. And that make a call. For let we say witness that day. Because this country, traditional here in this country here, they're very strong, hard people there. They are good, they are educated. They are not what not the traditional like what for do. But they afraid for perform because we get different group there. But as now, when the group order come to one, they can't know the traditional healer is Sabi Madden at this country. They can't prove it. What they can't prove it to the government for to know. We not all bad people. Then make we what we say do good. Do good.
Avoid evil.
Do good.
Avoid evil.
Avoid evil.
Do good.
Do good.
Avoid evil.
Do good.
Avoid evil.
Avoid evil.
Do good.
That's the motto. Say Leone traditional healer access was less than motto. They say do good, avoid evil. We are never and never ever plan bad at this country anymore. Because people they can't this country. For do bad at this country, they all the trouble load then at traditional here and they hate. They say this why that it be Sekuba, why that it be Alaikone, why it be the Banjalo, or it be Gaddafi. We don't know really the right people the way that they do this bad. So now they can't tell the government say the bad way they are, not to we. The people the way they do that bad, well, they can't investigate that people that they follow anywhere in this country for case that bad people that they move out. Talk to the government, tell us say not to we they do bad. That bad people is they can't this country, not to we get that bad behavior in this country. Now foreigner they do that bad thing in this country. They can't this country, yeah? Dr. Sikwa no know, Dr. Gaddafi no know, Dr. Raikkonen no know, Dr. Kabba no know, they all no be know. Then the doctor smooth, they do bad, they come out. So this is my name, I will total. And then for the time January 29, 2022, when they appointed me as leader and traditional leader of this country. Now you be it to the government. I promise the government say, when you don't appoint me as leader and traditional healer, and I assure you, all the traditional healers in this country, and they bring them together. One level condition, one level situation, and they bring the all herbalists together. And I promise the government for say, and they try my best, the bad thing go down in this country forever and ever. I promise the government say Leone man, they go na in office, they go na inside, they go na in house, we talk, not anything. So now this bring here today, for Leone not say the promise will promise the government, and we don't decide what the government do. We accept the government appointee, and we accept what the government plan for do. We're ready for determine and push the government in work before for them to help succeed. This country can as completely let everybody enjoy. This is what we propose for the meeting today. So we get more for talk. We get more for talk. I want to stop Naya for them will not say this meeting here today Naya peace, unity, and development. Now this country for traditional healer for say no one on FBA. If we people they go here in a corner say, hey, this other man no can, other man no, na like no so be. We all get together. We all don't decide. We all don't get one document where we guys will sign. For say yes, we don't decide. That document so tell we now go here and this country very soon. For say yes, that's true. Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Kore talk. For say yes, we will not have problem for this country for traditional healer years anymore. It don't completely. If you where they can the message go to Kailan, Poroko, Kambia, Pujan, Bont, then you go tell them say yes. Dr. Kone say we don't conquer the battle. Say a little traditional healer, we all don't come to one. We not have problem anymore. We not go ever fight each other anymore. We not go ever do that anymore in this country. We go tell you an example now, but for the time and they give the chairman for the meeting for them to able prepare more, for them to understand more and more. I tell you that plenty thank you, Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Kone. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi.
Just a minute. Okay, once more again. This message they go to the general population. But say the traditional healers aids them. We all don't come together. We don't form a body where we call the traditional healers board committee. We're not committee they are irresponsible for the general regulation for all the traditional organizations that modern in this country. Therefore, we sit down, then we decide. We choose two people of us when they for head this particular committee where we call the THBC Traditional Healers Board Committee. Where there are two people there, not to anybody. The number one man, Dr. Shakuba Tarawali, where the national director. And we got the national chairman, where we just talk to now, where Dr. Alhaji Kone. So as well as explain to Una purposely what we come for, but we all don't come together. We decide say for we make one thing what they call memorandum of understanding, when a MOU between the traditional healers them all in this particular forum. And this particular organization of traditional healers them, the memorandum of understanding, nobody not go for read them past the director when Dr. Shakuba Tarawali. We will now read now what the memorandum of understanding and what actually this particular organization mean and what we they try for. You go explain to them exactly. They will go listen carefully for let the message go cut across the country. So once I go rest so far, then I go pass the ball to them where na national director when Dr. Shakuba Tarawali.
For the benefit for those who know the meaning of this slogan, the meaning of this slogan is to heal and to protect. That means to heal. Meaning to protect. To heal and to protect. That is the meaning of this slogan. Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, members of various traditional healers organizations, include secret societies, members of Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, they say once more again, salam alaikum to una all. The first of all tell the national chairman for the traditional healers board committee, tell them boku thank you for giving me this opportunity. Make I talk to now, and I believe say you don't get any doubt for giving me the responsibility for make I able throw light to now. And the responsibility then give me this afternoon. Now responsibility where it be say it big but it's simple for address. We are in, we don't exhaust time. The time will be stated to the media and to the general public. We say 10 o'clock. We will start the meeting, but unfortunately we will not be able to start the meeting that time. The time beat we start above that time. So therefore, for cut that down, we don't say what do we for do, we know they do it again. Like for read the memorandum of understanding, that's not the one primary responsibility we then give me. But I want for tell una say the word the chairman he talk, he quite there in place. I want to give confidence to the public say the Sierra Leone traditional institution, include the secret societies, we all don't come together as one. No difference again, no intimidation, no individual attack, or neither no spiritual battle again. We all don't come together as one. Therefore, we take and fit say, now what we not cover under the umbrella of the Constitution, we for get away for govern, we way for be we guiding principle. What we not get another, we take and fit say for draft memorandum of understanding. This not the memorandum of understanding, but when time not in my favor for now, maybe later we will read them. We not tap there. I remember last month, April, the 29th, we be held meeting at this very particular place, number 1 Tarawali Drive, where we all get for kind to common understanding. Say, we ask ourselves questions. Say, we not feel to say if we come together as one, we will gain the government, especially the Minister of Health and Sanitation. We all answer say yes. United we stand, divided we fall. Therein we get for agree and we accept what we talk that day. They say, no, we all come together as one. We look into the constitution where it cover in the country, 1991 constitution, where it talk about fundamental human rights. It say, quote, it say freedom of associate, freedom of belong. Everybody get forget in freedom of associate, or another you get in freedom of belong. Even like you picking, when he don't there above 18 years, he or her, you know, no more there with you. He there by himself. Only if he accept for follow you. Therefore, with that note, we take and say, well, if everybody don't say he get in your organization, make we not dissolve nobody in organization. No, all come together as one. No, from one umbrella body, where it be say it go supervise and it go regulate the other institution there. And we agree with that. The second meeting will go on the second meeting number 318 Bible Road, K-Step Drive. at the office of the national president for Sierra Leone traditional healers, Sierra Leone, no other lesser person but Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Kone in office. We are in the group. The group then get first take and say, we not for go to get group, we not get interim leader. Then say make we engage. For make a short word, we get for make short engagement, then get for select me as the national director, and then select Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Kone as the national chairman for the traditional healers board committee. Then give me the responsibility, only and solely say, for traditional business go behind. Now we then go all responsible for now. For traditional business go before. Now we then go all responsible for now. Then say make we lead the traditional then at this country with all we had. In fact, some people then they say that they will for sign the paper. And they will say no, for sign the paper, meaning we don't monopolize ourselves or neither we don't do things the way it's not right. We just there today as a representative for individual group. We are a leaders for another group. Just like honorable members of parliament, the honorable members of parliament. You are in the parliament hall to represent your constituency, your community. You know that by yourself. So when they are passing bill or any law, when it be said it will reflect to the country, you need to go and seek advice to you people. Say that this law they pass. So therefore, now that quotation they account it. I say no. We are not going to sign any document today. We're going to reflect it to our people, to our members. Say, now this appointment they don't give it. Therefore, if we agree, we will tell we say we agree. So we will continue for the next meeting, we will go sign. But maybe it's no, me go agree that day. Me member then can talk, say no, I don't agree. And that has been reflected to me before. I've fallen victim before. I'm the leader of Manden Traditional Healers Association. I'm the CEO for the Manden Traditional Healers Association. We are in, we get Council of Traditional Healers. And I'm fortunate for become the president for the Council of Traditional Healers. Thank you. They say leadership segregation or leadership conflict. You need to choose one. I say, oh. Okay. Yes. Okay. We are in. I got for choose. I think safe I be for choose Monday. By then, we will not be succeeded. For make we gain the other traditional opponent then. So I therefore choose the Council of Traditional Healers alone because I'm one of the Constitution Committee for draft the Constitution. We are in, we draft and we preamble say, bringing on board all traditional healers, include secret society, to display their function as one goal. So I think say, that preamble we don't bring inside council, for make I able succeed the other traditional healers then, as I take the council, I drop the mandate leadership. So now that I think about again, last month, I said no, let me go and inform our members. Maybe they go say, we don't want to let it be leader. We satisfy with you. In fact, send representative. Another, you still go. And we all agree. Today, we have come here today. We draft the memorandum of understanding with the concept and acknowledgement of the national chairman, Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Kone. Yes, he said that he don't acknowledge him. But when time is not in our favor, so he said make we wait until maybe individual interview that will be, or another when the press conference be effective to the time. Therefore, when we sit down, you know, what in the ambog we trade, na in one for come back today, and we say no to that day. We they say no, and we say no to them. Whosoever undermine the traditional institution in this country, we they fight the person. At the court myself, inside council traditional healer Sierra Leone is binded with so many traditional institutions in this country. We are being given a breakaway by the name of Sierra Leone Indigenous Traditional Healers Union, headed by one Sulaiman Kabba. By then, 2010, he used his political influence for fight with, but he not able because me, I the first person with pen. Before ever the first with me juju. Me first juju na me pen with this me paper. So I first Sulaiman Kabba with me pen and me paper. I tell and say, you know sabi nati, you know sabi book. I tell and say, you know even sabi traditional. Una quote me and I go plead. Any journalist in the play this audio, make you not edit this particular message or they reflect. You don't know medicine. Quote me. Even if you quote me voice message, you quote Sulaiman Kabba no medicine. We know medicine. Who are the journalists? Hey. Thank you very much, Lambo. Thank you very much. I knew that yes, you want for praise. Something don't trade at you. Now you don't gladly for praise me. Yes. But I want let you be at the crocro. Yes. I tell you thank you for that. I want make una quote me, make una not edit this particular voice message. If Sulaiman Kabba no say he no medicine, Sulaiman Kabba no say he no morima. If Sulaiman Kabba no say he no in right, in fundamental right, he no go seize advantage by anybody. Make una invite we in any medium. Let una go set debate between me and him two no more. That now, the physical aspect. The traditional aspect, make them put two inside us, let them took fire upon her. They lock the two the month they all. Would I escape from that fire there? Now in our herbalist. Yes. Let nobody no edit this particular voice message. Because when I say so, Sulaiman Kabba is undermine the government, he's undermining the traditional institution in this country. Yes. Good job. I don't get benefit. I don't get benefit. Few days ago, he held a press conference now in vicinity we are in. He sent a message that he will blow a bad signal to the traditional. It's like the government will take and say we are not still in unity. We are 6 in group, 6 in numbers. 6 group in numbers. If 5 don't agree, you the one because of supremacy. I have his voice message. After this meeting, when I ask me, I go give una in voice message. We say it deny we flat say, for who want for let we agree, let we take the leadership, continue to take the leadership gear. In fact, he quote himself. He said in your leadership now for a lifetime. I have his voice message in my phone. He said in your leadership now for a lifetime. He quote say he reference me to the paramount chief. He said if we don't ever see paramount chief, when they select her as a paramount chief, if we don't ever see, then do re-election again. Therefore, he take himself maybe something, he sabi pass with all. Me all they talk to us, so me na a tiny thought. I have master sabi people the way be say they sabi the soul and they go training as well. Can I say that I will lose those people forever? Can I say I will lose those people forever? No! I'm not the only person. To me, one great sabi, master sabi people, and they will get for give chance to them. I remember, I mean, I be ordinary person inside the traditional healers. I mean, I be ordinary member. That time, I not go oversee it. I go oversee before I can meet that traditional healers. They don't dissolve them. I not go measure that name there because if I measure that name there, somebody they go register. No. Now till you don't dormant now the system self now the government system. You know today, I know say people they know they go renew and back. But I go call the name to now when the need arise. I'm ordinary member from that group. Yes. But today, I've become the president for the traditional. So you don't see how committed and reflected something they be. When you commit yourself, one day you go step that side, the side is at the highest side. Therefore, with that note, and they try for talk to una say the memorandum of understanding, we don't make them, and we the group them, we sit down, we say, well, we debunk Sulaiman Kabba in press release. Debunk by making press release for firearm. He's no more a leader now in institution. He's no more a leader in institution. In fact, we don't agree, say, we don't sign and say, anybody who will see, he gets the union document would embarrass the person big time. Now we go to police so that the police can go and ask the person. Say, certificate, now registration certificate, and let me back out to registration certificate. Because we know, say, if they try for undermine the institution for the goodness what the government want for we, make we not get them. In fact, not to we self now, it undermine directly, it undermine the government indirectly. Because you know what, maybe the good intention the government get for we, you know, and let that reflect to the government so that they're not go talk, them go talk say this government not do nothing for the traditional healers. So with that note, when he say they tamper with this institution, now we the tamper with it. Because a full parable say one man they cook for 10 man. 10 man they eat them, but 10 man no they cook for one man you eat them. So if you Sulaiman Kabba say you don't undermine the traditional institution, the traditional healers then at this country, not to we no more they undermine himself, you don't undermine. So I will read in English. The Traditional Healers Board Committee Sierra Leone is a body working with the government of Sierra Leone to regularize the activities of all traditional healers in the country and to ensure total transparency and accountability in the activities of traditional healers. The Traditional Healers Board Committee Sierra Leone is hereby issuing a warning to one Sulaiman Kabba to desist from misrepresenting the traditional healers Sierra Leone. The Traditional Healers Board Committee Sierra Leone, in coordination with key members of the union, would like to clearly affirm to the general public that the said Alhaji Sulaiman Kabba does no longer hold any leadership role in the union. Therefore, Alhaji Sulaiman, therefore, Traditional Healers Board Committee Sierra Leone has written to the said Alhaji Sulaiman Kabba, warning him to formally desist from short claim, as the Traditional Healers Board Committee will be left with no option but to take a legal challenge with him for fraudulent misrepresentation of traditional healers. The Traditional Healers Board Committee Sierra Leone, however, advised the general public and major stakeholders not do any business with the said Alhaji Sulaiman Kabba in relation to the activities of traditional healers in the country. And doing so will be at your own risk. Sign, we all sign up. We go pass the press release to una all. Because they don't go photocopy the signature paper. They don't go photocopy the signature paper so that we'll be able to attach them with una. We give all the media people them. We go try now on various medium places them so that we will be able to reflect onto the country. We will be able to broadcast onto the country. Yeah, I believe say all the media people all them kind of vibrant and media people them. So with that note. Because what time not then I'm in favor and me chairman in the whisper and I'm in say time the bet we will get another thing there for do. I will take time for stop here until further notice.